After receiving unanimous praise on my fixing Lego sets video, I thought it was time for a sequel. So today I'll be fixing more Lego sets so that you might actually buy them. Let's start with an easy one, the Australia postcard. There seem to be a lot of complaints that this outback scene isn't representative of the entirety of Australia, and I get that. It'd be like having a scene of Chicago or LA and saying it was the USA. But the fix is actually super easy. Just switch the Australia sticker to an outback one. Barely an inconvenience. Now let's take a look at the giant Hogwarts Express train. Don't get me wrong, this thing looks pretty good, but it's a whopping $500. I just can't imagine many people willing to spend that much money on a train set in 2023, when instead they could buy a dozen eggs, maybe even an 18 count if they're not cage free. Now you might think I'd complain how it doesn't fit on normal Lego train tracks, but I'm actually fine with that. This oversized, detailed train would probably look out of place puttering around a Lego city anyway, and I think it works fine as merely a display piece. However, I'm not a fan of all the extraneous parts that exist just to meet a predetermined price point, like this giant ticket tile. Likewise, the track build has 600 parts and could have easily been simplified to lower the price. I'm also not too keen on the station build. I get it, it's an important part of the story, and I actually do like how it looks. But if removing it means that the price could drop $100, then I'm all for it. What I really would like is for LEGO to offer things like this station as separate add-on sets. That way those who want to spend the extra money can, and in this case, maybe even get several to stretch the whole length of the train. Now I know Harry Potter fans love their minifigs, so I'll only nix the two generic ones. But if I'm removing the station, then adult Harry and his family could probably go too. The rest I think are good choices. Lastly, the Hogwarts Express sign sticks out way too far and just looks weird. It shouldn't be hard to move it in a little. All those changes might bring the price down to $300, and maybe it'd be worth it now? I'm still not sure though. Next is the Mighty Bowser, which I think looks amazing. The size is great, and it looks just like him. Well, no, not that one. Kinda. Wait, who's that? Ah, there we go, that's the one. Additionally, the set has some cool puppet-esque controls to move Bowser's head and even shoot fireballs. But $270? Seriously? I think $180 like Optimus Prime, or even $200 like the DeLorean, is all that it'd be worth. If you get rid of his stand and drop the price, then I'm sold. In a similar vein is the Atari 2600 set. I think this looks great and brings back many fond memories of playing it on an old black and white TV. The little diorama that pops out is a fun touch, and even the side bills look great. But again, $240? You can literally get an actual 2600 with several games for half that amount. I mean, maybe if one of the side bills was Keystone Capers, because that was obviously the best Atari game, right? No? Just me? Well, without Keystone Capers, it's just too expensive for me. I think LEGO should have scrapped the little side builds and lowered the price. Or they could have even offered them separately in a standalone set. And then we have the Foosball Table, which I mean, you just have to laugh at this one. Officially it's the table football, but whatever. It's $250, and it's tiny. It's only 12 by 17 inches. For $250, you can get a fairly nice actual foosball table, or even an acceptable one for around $100, $150. I mean, a small tabletop one like this LEGO set would cost you less than $30. I did hear rumors that LEGO had a hard time making a larger version work well. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, then they obviously just stuffed a ton of minifigs in to keep their original price point and tried to turn it into a soccer set. I don't even know why they are soccer players at all. I'd much prefer two sets of monochromatic figs like foosball tables normally have. If they want to make a soccer team, then just offer a standalone minifig pack rather than stuffing 12 extra unnecessary figures into this set. I don't know, I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, LEGO themselves even discounted this set 30% off just a few weeks after its release, essentially acknowledging that it was way overpriced. As far as fixing it so I might actually buy it, I think I'd just get a real foosball table instead. Lastly, we have the Sanctum Sanctorum. Now before you hit that dislike button again, let me say that this set is pretty great. Maybe it's a little too expensive, and maybe the scale is a little off for the floors, but overall I like it, except for the alleyway on the side that is. I know some people disagree, but to me it just looks awkward next to other modular buildings, and that's why I made an add-on building that fits right into the alley. It's styled after the original Sanctum set and houses a pizzeria and Peter Parker's apartment. If that piques your interest, then you should definitely check out that video next.